Once again, for all those members of the media, if we could ask you to please take your seats near the front of the room. Any fighters that we have in the back, we could ask you to please take your seats at the front of the room. And we're still trying to find a Russian running suit, if anybody has one. Going once? Just kidding, kid. Still on site here at Hard Rock Live, a part of Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. For those members of the press that have joined us, thank you for sticking around for our post-fight press conference. For those folks that have joined us in the live stream, we welcome you as well to Hollywood, Florida. For those in attendance, we'll open up the room for questions to those members of the press just after our opening remarks are taken care of. And with that, we'll turn things over right now for those opening remarks to the CEO, the chairman, the founder of Bellator Fighting Championships, Mr. Bjorn Rebney.
Thanks, Mike. I would like to start off and thank our partners here at Seminole Hard Rock. They do an amazing job. I don't know if Seema Georgievich and Redline Media is even here, but they do an incredible job with us here. And to our partners at MTV Networks and Viacom and Spike, who bring these shows now to 107 countries around the world, as well as 85 million homes here. And then in a couple of months when we premiere on Spike, 100 million homes on Spike Network here in the U.S. So big thanks to those guys. Start off, Brett Cooper came back into the cage, got a big win. Obviously, you've been training in rain because there were double legs, and Brett usually stands right in the middle of the pocket and throws a lot of punches. But Daryl Cobb was throwing some big punches and was fun to watch as well. So congratulations, Brett, on a big win.
I want to thank Bellator, of course, and Bjorn, and Team Rain, Mark Munoz, and Vince Ortiz. And yeah, I mean, I haven't fought in a year. You know, I came in there, I did my best, fought a smart fight. You know, I knew he was going to be tough, especially training with my old coach, Antonio McKee. And yeah, I just went in there and fought. I got the W. It wasn't the prettiest thing. I could hear some boos, but you know, I just gave it everything I had. So, thank you.
Yeah. Hello. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Brett Cooper's real tough. You know, I knew I was coming in for a war. You know, I was talking a little trash to him on the ground to get him frustrated, and I had fun out there. You know. I landed some big shots on him. I landed some big shots from my back. I'm sure I showed the CEO of Bellator that I'm worthy of being on here again. I'm a tough competitor, and I don't quit. You know, I'm gonna keep moving forward. Of course, I'm working with Antonio McKee, and the body shop. Them guys are tough. I got my trainer, world champion Jermaine Andre, that's constantly working on my striking. And Antonio is going to just polish me on some ground stuff and everything. I've only worked with him for 6 weeks. So, you know, it just shows you right there, you know, hard work pays off. I lost the fight, but I really feel like I've won something big with Bellator because I showed them what I can do. So, thanks Bellator, you know, thanks to CEO, and thanks Brett Cooper for giving me a chance, you know, and fighting me, brother. I appreciate that, man.
Rad's fight against Wagner is one that I've been looking forward to since it got made a month ago, but both of those guys winning in the quarterfinals. Wagner's a world-class fighter, and Rad, what can I say, my friend? It's just a consistent progression. Rad came in, I'll say it again, I said it last time he won, he's reminiscent of Mike Chandler. Reminiscent of a guy who's got an incredible wrestling background and is developing his stand-up game and is looking better and better and crisper and more technical in his stand-up game, and is just turning into a very, very dangerous fighter, really efficient on the ground and great with his hands, and he just keeps winning. So a big congratulations on a big victory. You've made it to the finals, and I'm happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Bjorn. I appreciate your words that you gave to me. What can I say? It was another war tonight. After the first fight, I knew this one wasn't going to be any easier, and it sure wasn't. Thank you for the battle, Wagner. I mean, guys stood in there, and we just beat on each other for 3 rounds. So I'm glad I got the victory, and I have one more to go.
Good night, guys. I would like to thank Bellator for the opportunity to be here, fight this tournament. And unfortunately, tonight wasn't my night, but I want to congratulate Red Martin. You did a good job, and I hope you win the tournament. And thank you so much, guys, for the opportunity.
I talk to the guys after our weigh-ins, and I always say to them, bring the fight, and I always try to say it in a convincing fashion and say, look, if you bring the fight and if you bring the action and move forward, you look to finish the fight either standing or on the ground, we will never be disappointed. We will bring you back. I talked to this gentleman immediately post-fight. I congratulated him on a great performance. That was a great heavyweight fight. When you watch heavyweights fight, that is exactly what you want to see with these two guys, Vinicius. And I mean, just as strong as it gets. Guys throwing punches, guys looking for takedowns. That's what you want to see out of heavyweight mixed martial arts, and we don't see it all the time. We've been blessed in this tournament. Rich Hale is sitting up front. He has brought the fight every single time he has stepped into the cage since he moved up from 205. And this guy to my right, you will see him back in our cage, and you will see him challenging for this title, I'm sure, coming up in another tournament. He is a spectacularly talented fighter. And Mr. Volkov, just what a great stand-up game, what a great defensive jiu-jitsu game. Great performance for a heavyweight who's got an amazing amount of promise and is just now kind of christened himself onto the MMA scene in the U.S., but 24 years old, and his upside is just absolutely unlimited. I thought that was a great fight. As an MMA fan, I was sitting cage side, and that was just as electrifying as it gets. So congratulations to you both. You will be back with us very soon, and congratulations on a great win tonight to make it to the finals to fight Rich Hale.
Большое спасибо, в первую очередь, Бьорн, за этот бой, за участие, то, что могу участвовать в Гран-при, за поздравления. Как бы Винисиус очень сильный соперник, я очень к нему хорошо готовился, подходил к серьезной подготовке. Первый раунд сложился так, что я больше старался посмотреть, что он может, на что способен, и во втором раунде я постарался закончить бой, потому что я чувствовал, что я могу это сделать. Вот, и я буду стараться готовиться сейчас к следующему бою и провести его так же хорошо.
Thank you very much to everybody. He was saying that in the first round he started to fight, and he told that in the second round he's going to finish. He prepared himself. He went out very strong. He's coming back on December 14th. He's getting prepared for his next fight.
Yes, and I want to say that Vinicius is a tough guy. It's a very good fight for me. It's a very good opponent, and I will be ready to next fight. Thank you, Gordon.
Thanks everybody. Thanks Bellator for the opportunity. Thanks Volkov for the fight. You're a great fighter and very respectful guy, and it's a pleasure to fight you for sure. And the only thing I want to say is I'm not shy at all about my fight. I'm proud about the fight. I fought a very tough guy, and I did. I gave all I have in this fight. And there's our life. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lost. But I think Jesus is who decided everything in my life, and that was his time for sure. Next time will be my time. And there's not about complaining or excuses, but I think everybody saw the fight, and you guys know the referee maybe did wrong. He stand up the fight I think 3 times in less than 20 seconds, and in my opinion it cost me the fight. Thank you guys.
It's always a pleasure for our team and for a lot of fans of MMA to see this gentleman who's sitting next to me to my left get back inside the cage. Unfortunately, it's been a couple of fights since he's gotten a W with us. In Evanger, he had a tough opponent in front of him who was going to bring the fight, and Joe got back into the cage tonight, got a W, is back on track, trying to shake some of those cobwebs out of those last 2 fights, which were very, very tough fights when he lost his 45 title. I think he's at the right weight at 135. I think you would probably agree. And I'm looking forward to seeing what exactly is next with the baddest man on the planet.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank everybody here for coming to watch. It was exciting again at the Hard Rock. You put two men in a cage, it doesn't matter names, it's going to be a war one way or the other. So I'm real excited that I can put my hand up like this and I'm back in the winners category. A lot more to come from me. Real excited about our future on Spike. And, you know, thank you, Bjorn, and everyone here, all the Bellator people, you guys, you know, behind the scenes, they're the ones that are getting the job done. So I just thank you guys again.
First, I want to thank Bellator for giving me the opportunity to fight Joe. And, you know, it was a war, and he was a tough fighter and a really good wrestler. And it was a privilege to fight him.
December 14th in Hammond, Indiana, which is about 20 minutes outside of Chicago. Rad Martinez will fight Shamalat Shamalaya for the featherweight tournament championship, and Volkov Hale will be on that same card.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Bjorn. So there's the announcement for the finals in both the featherweight and the heavyweight tournaments. So let's open it up to questions from members of the media. If we have any questions, who will ask the first question? It's always a hesitation with that first one. Here's the first question. Thank you, sir.
Questions for Joe. Joe, now that you've had your first fight here at Bellator at 135, what do you think about that decision to move to that weight class, and what does the future hold for you at bantamweight?
Yeah, you know, bantamweight, I think 135, that's a natural weight for me. That's what I won in wrestling, so I'm comfortable to be there. It was the first time down in a long time. So, you know, it was interesting making weight again. And it was, you know, I'm super excited anytime I can get in here and fight for Bellator. So, yeah, I think that's the weight that I'm going to stay at. I believe that now I got that win, I'm moving forward, I'll be able to, you know, stay a little open-minded, a little more open-minded in the cage and get after it. But, yeah, I'm real happy with the win tonight.
Joe, thank you very much. Let's open it up for the next question from those that are with us. Members of the media, next question. I knew he would do this. Rich wants to ask a question. This is Rich Hale, by the way, the other part of the heavyweight tournament final.
It's actually not a question. I just want to make a statement to Volkov. I think you did a very good job tonight. It's not often that I'm impressed by another fighter, especially in my own weight category. I take my hat off to you for tonight, and I look forward to going to war with you on the 14th.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rich. So we'll ask one last time. Last call for questions from the media. Yeah, we have one here.
Hi, Kiva Jans from Miami Parties, and this is for Brett Cooper. You said that you hadn't been in the ring for about a year. What did you do to get prepared for the fight with Cobb tonight?
Well, training was pretty normal. Little hiccups here and there. But, yeah, I mean, I had a few injuries over the year, which is why I wasn't fighting, and so I had to take care of that. And then, you know, and then training camp, kind of, I had to adjust it a little bit. Couldn't do things I used to do sometimes, and yeah, I mean, just worked real hard, trusted my coaches, and got the job done.
And where do you see? I mean, what's your future right now? What are you doing to move forward?
Well, I actually plan on being in the 185 tournament, if Bjorn lets me, in next year on Spike, and look to make a good impression, you know, and get more fans and make Bellator, you know, the best organization in the world. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. One last time, last call for questions. And here's your next question.
This question's for Rad. As Bjorn said, it was obvious to everybody in the crowd that your skills on your feet have greatly improved. Was that the game plan going into tonight, and can you just talk about how you evolved that skill set of yours?
Yeah, that was definitely the game plan. I knew all about Wagner's credentials on the ground with his, I mean, third degree black belt, and I figured he was going to want to get me to the ground and work to submit me. Got a little hairy there in the first round when he did get me to the ground, but I'm glad I was able to scramble and make it back to my feet. And I'm just working with my coaches and my partners, the other ones, my coach Jason Murray, like in my corner, he's just helped me so much improve my standing and make it so I'm not just a wrestler. Now I can win some fights on my feet, and I I think it helped me out a ton tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, Bjorn, let's go back to you for closing comments.
That's it, Mike. Just a great night. Congratulations to the guys on my left, and as I'd said before, you guys, a couple of great performances here as well. Thank to the fans of South Florida for coming out again tonight, and to the Hard Rock, who are always great, gracious guests for us, and hopefully we'll see you guys back here soon.
And for those that are joining us live, if you would please put your hands together for the fighters at Bellator 80. That's a wrap for all of us here at Bellator Fighting Championships at Hard Rock Live at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. For those that are joining us through those doors downstairs and through the glass doors, that's where the casino floor is. We'll see you there. 2,500 slot machines, 100 table games. Your luck tonight will be good. It sounds like you'll be a winner tonight. We'll see you on the casino floor here at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. That wraps it up for all of us here at Bellator Fighting Championships. We'll see you next Friday at Bellator 81.